Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, we will look at one topic which is called shapes and parts. To learn this topic, we will use one question which is PSLE 2020 Paper 2 question 5. And let's directly start. So for this question, it tells us a square is first divided into 2 equal halves. And the top half is divided into 5 equal parts, while the bottom half is divided into 4 equal parts. The total area of the shaded parts is 165 centimeters square. So what is the area of the square? We will find out this question is very complex because we need to divide into half first, and the top, bottom, they be divided into different kinds of equal parts. So how to solve this question? Actually, to solve this question, we have 2 methods. So let's start from the first method. And let's see an example question first. So if teacher Mark, he wants to clean 3/4 of the rectangular place below, and starting from the left, shade the region please. So if we want to shade 3/4 of this rectangle, what do we should do first? Of course, we should divide this rectangle into 4 parts. And then we know each small rectangle is 1 unit. And then 3/4 means we need to shade how many units? 3 units. So we shade this part. And then another teacher, just Smith. Teacher Smith cleaned 2/3 of the rectangular plate, starting from the right, and find the fraction of the area they cleaned together. So first, because Teacher Smith cleaned 2/3 of the rectangle, so we should do first. We should divide this rectangle into 3 parts. So I use this red line to represent that. And then because again 2/3, so we shade 2 rectangles here. And then we find out they will have some common parts. Then the problem is, how can we use a fraction to represent this part? We find that in this region, we have different kinds of rectangle. That means, do they have a same size of 1 unit? No. So how can we find a fraction? We have learned this before. If we have such kind of question, what do we should do first? We should make the value of 1 unit the same. So we find that because the rectangle, it can be divided into 4 parts and also can be divided into 3 parts. That means it can be divided by both 4 and 3. So here, what we should do? Excellent. We can divide this rectangle into 12 parts. How to find 12? 12 is 3 times 4, the LCM of these 2 numbers. And then each small rectangle should be 1 unit. So the common part they clean together will be 5 units. So our final answer 5/12. They find the answer very quickly. So we can make a conclusion. If we have the same value divided into different kinds of equal parts, then what should we do? First, of course, we should make 1 unit's value consistent size. And then how to do that? We mentioned we should find the LCM of the denominators. For example, this one, 3 and 4, LCM 12. And then return to our question after we know this. So we find that first, this line in the middle, for the top, for the half, for the top, for the bottom, it should be the same. So we have a same value now. And we find that for top, this line divided into 5 parts. For the bottom, divided into 4 parts. So same value can be divided into different kinds of equal parts. What should we do? Make the 1 unit value the same. So here, can both divided by 4 and 5. What should we find? LCM of 4 and 5. Perfect. So the LCM, very easy, will be 20. So here, for this line, we can divide into 20 units. And we find that for the top part, each small rectangle, the length will be how many units? 20 units divided by 5 will be 4 units. How about the bottom? 20 divided by 4 will be 5 units. And then, very easy, we just need to count how many such shade rectangle we have. For the top, how many for you we have? 3. And then for the bottom, we have 2 5 units. So in total, 22 units. And we know, for these 22 units, what's the area? 165. So that means we can find what? 1 unit. So it will be 165 divided by 22 equals to 7.5 centimeters square. And for the total, the whole square, how many units we have? We have 40 units. How do you get 40? Oh, 20 times 2. So 40 units will be 40 times 7.5 equals to 300 centimeters squared. So this is the answer for this question, and this is just the first method. So let's see what is the second method to solve this question. And then again, we start from an example. So teacher Mark, he wants to cut half of the cake below first. So of course we cut one. This is half of the cake. And then teacher Mark also want to cut 1/3 of the rest cake. So for the half, we need to find 1/3 of it. And then, oh, this is the cake finally we have. And then if we compare this cake with the original figure, we find that actually the final piece is what fraction of the total figure? It's 1/6. So we find that the 1/3 of half will be 1/6. And how to get 1/6 by these two numbers? By these two fractions, half and the 1/3? Easy. Half times 1/3 will be 1/6. So we find that if we are finding the part of part, then what can we do? We can times the fraction together. Then we can get the fraction to the total figure. So here, after we know this, return to our question, we find that first, because we divided square into two equal halves, that means the top, the bottom, what's the fraction of their area? Half. And then in this half, for example, the top, in this half, we divide into 5 equal parts. That means each one is what fraction of the top? Easy, 1/5. So to find the fraction of like each small square in the top, we should do what? Yes, multiplication of the two fractions. 1/2 times 1/5. Finally, 1/10. That means each small rectangle in the top is 1/10 to the whole figure. And then for the bottom, same. Because the bottom is also half of the square. And then, because each one divided into 4 equal parts. So 1/2 times 1/4. It will be 1/8. That means each small rectangle in the bottom is 1/8 to the total square. And after we know the fraction of each small rectangle, what we can do? For the top, how many such shaded rectangle we have? 3. So 3 times 1/10, 3/10. Then for the bottom, 2. So 2 times 1/8 equals 2. We can simplify 1/4. And what's the total fraction of the shaded region? We just need to add them together. And remember, if we add two fractions together, we should make the denominator the same. And when we make the same, we can make them to which kind of number? The LCM of them. Excellent. So finally, we find that the fraction of the shaded parts will be 11/20. That means, because we know the shaded region area is 165. So in this fraction, 165 represents which part? Numerator or denominator? Numerator. So that means 165 is how many units? 11 units. So 1 unit will be 165 divided by 11 equals to 15 centimeters square. And then the total figure, whole figure will be 20 units. So 15 times 20 equals to, same, 300 centimeters square. So after these two methods, we have learned two very important things. Let's make a conclusion. First, if we have the same value that can be divided into different kinds of equal parts, then what we should do is make 1 unit the consistent size. And how to do this? We have mentioned we should find the LCM of the denominators. And then the second thing we can make a conclusion is, if we want to represent part of part by fraction, then remember we multiply the parts fraction together. Then this is the we can find the final fraction. So this is the conclusion what we can learn from this question. And here, after we know this, I prepared one practice for everyone to have a try. So if you have got the answer, you can directly share your answer in the comment, or you can scan the QR code, join our PSLE study group, and share your answer there. Then our teachers can mark for you and give you some suggestions. And if you want to directly contact with me, of course, you can scan the QR code on the right side and send your questions or your problems to me directly. And for our YouTube channel, we will keep updating very good videos. So if you don't want to miss this, remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that's all for this video. See you in the next video. This is Teacher Wano. Bye bye.